we'll see the number 18 team in the country, the Louisiana Raging Cajuns, taking on one of the participants from last year's playoff, the LSU Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. LSU will put a foot to it for the opening kickoff. The returner will field it and try to do some business. Continues to fight for yards. And the return man showing great vision to be able to find some space and put his team in much better field position. So the Raging Cajuns offense will get the first crack at it here. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle. Let's take a second to talk about the Raging Cajuns. We start the season top 25. Clearly expectations are flying your way, but with that might come some roadblocks.
Well, I think you got to take every week and every opponent one at a time. The number beside your name doesn't matter right now. The number matters late in the season. So you want to start the season fast. You want to be gelling on offense and on defense. I think that's the challenge early.
Absolutely. Figuring out who you are. Obviously some talented pieces, well thought of in the top 20.
Oh, he's got some space. He'll go out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 31 and a big pickup on that one.
And I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a first down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. And it's an incomplete pass over the middle. All right, guys, let's talk Raging Cajuns. Not sure if you guys saw this, but they had a big-time four-star running back give a verbal commitment last week. What's his transition going to be like, David?
First of all, everybody saw it. It's all over social media, right? The excitement of landing a guy of that caliber. And just, I mean, that creates excitement in the whole recruiting class in this next cycle.
He'll do it himself. Steaming into the backfield to make the stop, and he'll lose 4.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this. Assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time. Offensively, the defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Firing to the right, complete. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. Now on fourth down, they'll settle for a field goal try. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. No good. Kicker tried to tack a few more on the scoreboard, guys, and couldn't do it. The Tigers' offense has its first opportunity of the day. They sure hope that dynamic connection that was on display last week rears its head and wreaks havoc again today, Jesse.
And last week, it didn't matter what the secondary was doing from a coverage standpoint, David, whether it was man, zone, double covered, ISO'd. These two were simply unstoppable. Huge challenge for the defense today.
Well, maybe they try the triple coverage. I mean, because obviously nothing worked a week ago, but...
open spaces. And it looked as if he might take that one all the way to the house. Just ran out of a little steam, and the defense finally got it.
And that's the dangerous part about this offense, man. They'll get the ball out to a receiver. They can do that. They can make plays after the catch. Hard to bring down, hard to tackle. That's why this offense can be so explosive.
Quickly complete. Tackle is made at the 27. Let's give him 10 yards on the play, and it this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. They make the tackle after he gets 2 down to the 25. Love seeing these early season top 25 matchups. You can get a really good feel of how good these teams are, guys.
And the intensity is going to be big too, David, because the players, you know, on these teams, they've been thinking about this game for a long time. They knew they'd have a national stage, and they got a chance to prove just how good they are.
Oh, man, make that statement. Make that early statement. We always look at the end of the season, and what does the committee say? Oh, they beat top 25 so-and-so. Here's your chance to put that on your resume that'll pay off big time in late in the season.
He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. The Tigers moving quickly to the line. Looking to fire. That one never had a chance. Incomplete.
Well, on the opening drive of the game, establishing a rhythm and a cadence offensively is really, really important. They've done some good things on this first drive to put them in this situation. Obviously, you just threw an incompletion on second down. And likely going to throw it again here right now. Quarterback has just got to settle in. Timing is important. Get rid of the ball on time. Trust your read and execute this passing play if you're throwing it.
They'll move the wide receiver. Quick pass on the fly motion. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be first and goal.
And how about setting the tone right there? Like, you're going to cover this guy coming across the field. Get it to him early on the first drive. Let him know this play may be good.
Touchdown, BYU Bengals. Great job by the back on the option.
Well, I know it's a very small sample size, and we've got a lot of football to go this year, but what can you say about this offense? How explosive and impressive they look. Top 5 in the nation in scoring, and you can see why. They've got speed and playmakers all over the field.
He'll bring it out. It's Dennis. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Here comes the Louisiana offense onto the field. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive. There he goes. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. So the offense will decline that penalty after the big play. A costly penalty for this defense gives them a 1st and 10. They go to the ground. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line? Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Let's take a second to talk about the Raging Cajuns. Everybody uses the portal to varying degrees. Sometimes you just fill the exact right hole that you want. And this team, as they start this season, not a ton of new faces here, Jesse.
They didn't, but I don't think it's because there was a lack of effort on the part of the coaches, David. I think they believe they've got the roster in place now to have success.
Yeah, because when you bring people in, a lot of times you tick people off on your own roster. So when you only bring a few in, you cherry-pick some elite talent and some real concerns that you have, sometimes it just addresses everything you need.
To the air on 1st down. They're working that left side. And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Wants to keep it in the air. Pocket breaking down. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And it'll be intercepted in the end zone.
This quarterback was having success throwing on the opening drive of the game, in large part because it's a lot harder to throw on 3rd down when the defense is expecting it, like you saw right there. They were ready. Had a really good coverage call to get the INT.
They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Scanning the field, it's Carr. Showing the arm strength to the left. And that one falls incomplete. They tried to go over the top on 1st down. 2nd down coming up. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. They'll try to get outside. He'll step out of bounds right at the 44. A big-time pickup on that one.
One of the things I love about this offense, Reese, is they have tons of speed. They like to try to get the ball going east-west. That time they generated a huge play going to the right side.
And the defense either not fast enough to fit or got knocked out of the fit.
Yeah, they got to do a better job containing that as this game goes on. They got to funnel the football back to the middle of the field.
And the Tigers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. They go right back to him. Got enough for the first down and wants more. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. How about that tough, hard-nosed running? Rich legacy of that at LSU. Reminds me of Charles Alexander.
Yeah, and unfortunately, I was a part of that legacy, Reese, on the other side when Justin Vincent rushed for over 200 yards in the SEC championship game, and that's what you see LSU. That's what I've always thought of watching them growing up. When you watch the way they run their offense, usually it starts with the physicality and the gravity.
The Tigers will snap it on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. The throw to the outside is complete. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it 1st and goal.
This defense has got to be better in coverage. You want to get off the field, you got to keep defending. You got to do something to make the offense feel uncomfortable. So far, way too easy for this offense.
Looking for the goal line. He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one. Trying to slam in. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. We're through 1, and what a back-and-forth battle between these two quarterbacks as we look at the stats. They flipped into the field, and we're ready to play. They'd love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. Wants to fire it in the end zone on 3rd and goal. And he was trying to cash in the end zone in this red zone threat, but it's incomplete. All they need is a field goal to make it a 2-score game, but they are going for the jugular. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, LSU!
One thing this team has shown early this year, it does not take them long to find their footing. They get off to fast starts. That was critical for them winning their first game, and you've seen it here in this one too. They show up ready to go. There's no sleepwalking. I think you got to give this coaching staff a ton of credit for putting their players in good positions to have success.
He was hoping. Something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Louisiana has it back, and the raging Cajun offense headed to the field. Looking to throw on 1st down. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
They are calling for their defense in Baton Rouge. A huge third down coming up. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose.
Good awareness by the offense. You never want to see the ball on the ground, but a nice job understanding just kind of jump on it and make sure you keep possession.
The Raging Cajuns will punt this one away. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. And what a drive that was the last time they had it. Basically the length of the field. Much better starting point this time. Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4.
I love DBs that want to tackle, and they get an opportunity to look like heroes on these outside toss plays. Physical play by the corner there, getting the ball carried down behind the line of scrimmage.
Using his feet. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Got his man in the middle. Really nice job to convert that 3rd down, and they've got it at the 33. New set of downs after the completion. Looking to throw, it's Carr. Now improvising. Gets rid of it. Got his man on the right. Good, solid tackle.
This is exactly why this guy is your QB. He does such a great job of buying time, has such great speed, just stresses the defense. What do you want to do? You want to blitz me? Sure, I'm going to scramble outside the pocket, complete the pass. He's just posing so many problems.
Going for it all. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers.
And you always want to get the home crowd jacked up and get them excited, get out to an early lead, and they have 20-0. Defense playing well, offense playing well. They got a lot to cheer about here at
home. He'll start the return inside his 5. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. Here comes the Louisiana offense onto the field. They've fallen into this big hole, and they are pretty desperate for answers right now. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. And the Raging Cajuns want to crank the tempo.
And this offense on 1st down, man, they go backwards. And they built a depth.
Turning it on. Quick step and go. Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a 1st down. The Raging Cajuns, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Quick handoff. And this one will be stopped for no gain. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10.
Nice job by this defense creating that negative play. That's what all defenses want to do. But look at this. This offense, they ain't scared. Right back on the ball, ready to run another play.
Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
Well, that's a phenomenal individual effort getting that sack. What a dominant play. And I'll tell you, playing here at Death Valley, a play like that now is going to get this crowd hyped up. And that's something as an opposing quarterback you do not want. Take it from me. I know it from experience. I remember my true freshman year playing at night here in Death Valley. That was the first time in my life I understood what the term hostile environment.
He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Hits him in stride inside the 10. And he just kept. We thought we might see some of this. They'll go to the Wildcat formation here. Oh, he's looking to throw. Caught near the sticks. It's Carr. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers.
When these offenses get in a rhythm, they're hard to stop. Already up early, got a short field, take advantage of it too, get another touchdown. This offense is doing whatever they want to do and having a lot of success.
He'll return it. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Louisiana has it back, and the Raging Cajun offense headed to the field. Trailing by 3 touchdowns. If you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is right now.
Got to start now. Defense giving up points on that last possession. Again, the offense is going to have to score, and Jesse probably scored pretty quick.
Yeah, you got to go tempo. You're going to have to try to fit in as many plays as you can throughout the rest of this game. But I think more than that, you've got to eliminate.
Oh, he's got some space. Ripping through the defense. Across the 35, out of bounds at the 36, and a really good pickup as they're starting to move.
And how about the running back, man? Rips off a big play. This offense creates some momentum, and what do? They keep their foot on the gas, right back on the football to try to keep this offense rolling.
Got a man in the middle. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
Got his man to the left. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33.
And after that long completion for the first down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage. Gonna swing it on second down. Floats it out in space. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. And the Raging Cajuns will hustle to the line. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. We'll send out the kicker here. He'll have to generate power and some accuracy. A 50-yarder from the left hash. Right down the boulevard. It's good. That cuts the lead down to 28-10. So after the made field goal, they'll kick it away and rely on their defense. Bringing it out. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Off play action on first down. Unloads to the wideout. Complete to the left. He goes out of bounds right at the 37-yard line. A good, productive play there to get things going. They gave themselves room to operate with that first play. Now first down from the 37. To the air. It's Carr. Makes the grab. He stopped at the 48. A pickup of 10 on the play.
Man, this quarterback is having himself a day. Over 200 yards in the first half. It was hard enough for Palmer to get over 200 in a game, more or less in a first half.
Here they come, 1st and 10 from the 48. Wants to go up top on first down. Going over the top. And they took a shot on that one, but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete.
And those are tough passes. When you start throwing those balls towards the sidelines, it's a longer throw for the quarterback to make. And I think that's when you see the majority of the misses for guys, the majority of the overthrows and a little bit of inaccuracy start to show itself.
On 2nd and 10, a 4 wideout set, trips right. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. He got it. Run out of bounds just before he can get it into the end zone, and now they're set up 1st and goal. This offense has been a juggernaut, and they have a chance to pad their total just before halftime. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break.
Offenses want to get the ball to their playmakers really fast. And they try to throw the wide receiver screen, but how about the defender? He was right there in his space, got him on the ground as soon as he caught it. He was ready for that play.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. 6 plays brought them here. Now number 7 on 3rd and goal. Quarterback run is a part of their game plan. And the tackle was made, but there has been a flag thrown. So the penalty will not be enforced. The defense declines and stands on the result of the play. And on fourth down, here comes the field goal unit. And this one is perfect. And that will extend their lead even further. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Dynamite matchup today, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Clemson has the lead right now. Feels like they've been on top since they ran down the hill, but they haven't been able to pull away. They're up by 7 over East Carolina. For now, it's back to you, fellas, but of course, if anything changes, you'll see it right here.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Got his man. Open space at the 25. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs. The raging Cajuns want to move quickly. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Looking deep. He's got it inside the 30. He is feeling it. A huge play. Almost took it to the house, but they got him at the 24. An explosive play takes them right outside the red zone, and they've got it 1st and 10. Bringing the heat. And the ball's out there after it. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming. They get to the line quickly. Toss sweep to the right. Works his way out to the 36-yard line before being pushed out of bounds.
Man, you're trying to get the ball to your running back in space, and really good job tossing it on the perimeter. What do you need? You need to set the edge. You got to do a good job with your offensive line. And then you need perimeter blocking out wide to hold their own. Do a good job, hold their own.
He's going for a big play downfield. And he bats it away. It falls incomplete.
This is going to be a tough situation for the offense. You're late in the first half. They're trying to find a way to generate some points before going into the locker room, but the defense is ready for it. So the windows are not going to be very big, especially when you're trying to attack vertically like they did on that last one. Downfield completions are going to be tough to come by.
Oh, he loves to fire downfield. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
To the ground with the back. Gets it past the marker. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. They'll ride the hot hand. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. Lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they've got. Wants to pass it. Turnover. They make the tackle after the turnover, but hang on just a second. There's a flag on the field. Let's see if it stands. This offense plenty happy enough with the result of that play, so they just let the official put that flag back in his pocket and decline the penalty. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Fellows, by the looks of things, we've had one enjoyable first half in Baton Rouge.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Not sure they had to make many adjustments at halftime as they try to build on this lead here in the third. There he goes! Out to the 35-yard line extra breathing room with that 15-yard pickup.
And how about that? Right after they get the explosive play running the ball, they're going right back to the line of scrimmage for some tempo.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
LSU right back to the line.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical. They're trying to stay on the field.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. So now it's second and long. Gets a draw. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him.
Draws are such a smart way to take advantage of fast defensive linemen. They want to get upfield and get after the quarterback. It keeps them honest, makes them realize they got to play the run too. Great play call.
He's got an open man. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. LSU lining up first and goal. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4. Now the offense tries to punch it in on second and goal. The give to the back. And he'll be stuck. Got nothing. Line of scrimmage still at the 4. They've been outstanding on third down all day long, and they could use one here on third and goal. Might be calling a hot route. They believe in their running game on third and goal here. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, LSU!
After that amazing performance in week 1, this offense wasn't content. They felt like they left some plays out on the field, even though they were able to get that win. I feel like they've taken another step. They've raised their intensity level. They've raised their execution. This team is going to be a contender this year. You can just feel it.
He'll bring it out. It's Dennis. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Here comes the Louisiana offense onto the field. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Caught over the middle. It's Bruce. Coming out, attacking from deep in their own end, and they're out at the 26 with the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll try the run. Knocked down behind the line. Boy, he powered through one tackler, but there were more there to greet him. And the Raging Cajuns have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's second and a mile. Unleashes one. And is knocked away and incomplete. The defensive back staying in phase and batting it away. It'll be third and long. He's looking downfield to throw. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's fourth down. The Raging Cajuns will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Makes a nice grab at the 25. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. How about that blocking up front and that running game last time as they just walked it down for a touchdown, David?
And the big boys up front doing their job. Opening.
Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. Hits him inside the 20, still going. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Cajuns! Like a Thanksgiving turkey. They're just being carved. No shot. They have no idea how to get in this quarterback's head.
He's on fire. Everything he's doing is working defensively. We got to figure something out. We got to try to do something a little bit different. Bring more pressure. At this rate, shoot, he's on so much fire, you might as well just send everybody. Blitz everybody, live with the results, because everything else ain't working anyways.
Defense in press coverage. Wants to throw on first down. Under fire. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit.
Hey, listen, it's important at that position to be able to be good off schedule. Everything's easy when it's on time. You can get the ball out, but when things break down and they get off schedule, you've got to have a guy back there that can make the right decisions. He did exactly that.
Running into the open space. Turning it on. And an explosive play has him on the move, and he gets it all the way to the 48-yard line. And the Raging Cajuns, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. Motion from the wide receiver. Might as well give it to him again. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. The Raging Cajuns now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Second down, they'll go to the air. Got a man, it's Dobbs. They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47. And the Raging Cajuns line up to punt it away. Boy, they had a chance to track that thing down, but it bounces into the end zone for a touchback. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Boy, that last touchdown, the one-play quick strike scored. Jesse, this offense hoping to keep that kind of explosiveness going.
And I don't know if they're going to get the same looks defensively because of just how explosive that play was, Reese. David, they may be seeing a little bit more off coverage on this drive and maybe some softer boxes to run into.
And when you make that kind of explosive play, you're going to put the defense on its heels. They're going to be a little bit more conservative. So this offensive approach now, maybe I don't have to go deep. I can go a little bit shorter and just make those easy plays underneath.
Quarterback may change this route. Back to throw, it's Carr. Steps to his left, out of the pocket. Finds his big tight end. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down.
There are a lot of offenses out there that would probably be a little bit more conservative when you've got a lead like this in the third quarter. But when you've got the playmakers these guys have at the skill positions throwing the football, you should keep airing.
There he goes to the left. Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play.
And obviously this offense has had their way, getting the huge lead. And now, when you know it's a running situation later in the ball games, you're still getting pounded. This defense has to step up at some point and be a lot more physical.
D coordinators down the road that have to play this offense, man, they're going to have nightmares because this unit has so much speed and so much skill. At running back, receiver, tight end, the quarterback making good decisions, it is so tough trying to stop them and prevent explosive plays.
It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. They'll run the option. And now on the pitch, the ball's loose. How in the world did the offense retain possession? Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They recovered their own fumble, but now it's third down. They'll run play action. And that'll not only be a first down, it'll be first and goal from the 7. LSU quick to the line. With the run on first and goal. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. They need 7 more yards to reach the end zone. It's second and goal. Wants to go up top. Wide out trying to get it in. Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3. Still some work to do here on third and goal from the 3. From the gun, wants to pass. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. Quick strike through the air for the score.
Well, when you've got a quarterback that has this type of ability, there's no question what your strategy is going to be week in, week out, right? They want to throw the football. They want to hurt you with their ability to push it downfield through the air. 3 passing TDs in this one already.
He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Louisiana has it back, and the Raging Cajun offense headed to the field. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
He's got the tight end. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Quarterback and running back set up in the pistol. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Works the middle. Makes his way out to the 20 before he stopped, and that'll bring up a 4th down. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. As we enter the 4th quarter, let's see if anything memorable can come from this one. The Raging Cajuns will punt it away on 4th down. Coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt.
Breaks into the open. Picks up the 1st down, still moving. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Now they'll line it up from the 44 on 1st and 10. Looking left. That's caught. It's Winston. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the 1st down. Last completion moved the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. The screen, he's got wheels. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. LSU getting set on 1st and 10.
And this offense throwing the ball has just been up and down the field all game long. They're now approaching 450 yards passing on the day.
They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, LSU!
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me, or I should get conserved, because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Dennis. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Here comes the Louisiana offense onto the field. Weeks like this are tricky, but you have to respond better than they have, and I would expect they'll take a major hit in the rankings next week. Snagged out of the air. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum and gain a little bit of confidence that they can keep coaching up heading into their next game.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them, because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it, but the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front seven has dominated this entire game.
Grab near the sticks. It's Green. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer. Defense.
That roughing call probably stems from frustration as this guy has cut them into pieces. 3 yards. First down for the offense after that penalty. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Grab behind the line. It's Green. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
You know, I think that's a play the quarterback would like to have back. I'm not sure that's exactly who the ball was intended for. He had another open target on the other side of the field that he just missed.
Rushes on him. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Blasted as he lets it go. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And this is exactly the situation you want to get in as a defense. You got the lead late in the football game. You know they got to throw. And what do? You get to the quarterback, you hit him, and you get pressure on him. And then what happens, Palmer?
Yeah, it's complimentary football, David. No question about it. They're just putting the hammer down right now with the lead. The defense playing accordingly. Now giving it back to their offense for an opportunity to pad this lead even further here as we're in the fourth quarter.
LSU right back to the line.
And after that run, getting right back up to the line of scrimmage to go hurry up, defense has to be ready.
Forced out of the pocket. On the run, deep down the right side. Makes the grab on the shot. Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17. This offense thrives on those big, explosive plays, and that one has them set up with a 1st and 10 from the 17. On the move. Great penetration by this defense, and they knock him down behind the line. A loss of 1.
Second down.
So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. Back has it. He's got the first down, and they did a brilliant job getting them out flanked with the Wildcat.
And I think as a running back, if you're this guy, you're licking your chops right now. This is what you want, right? You've got a big lead in the fourth quarter, and you're smiling because you know you are going to get the rock. They're going to force-feed you the football to try and ice this game, and he's paying him off right now. That's a really nice run.
We thought we'd see a little Wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. Touchdown, Tigers! And they take it in for 6 more points.
Man, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
Coming out with it, it's Dennis. And the returner goes down. Louisiana has it back, and the Raging Cajun offense headed to the field. That last drive ended with an interception, and this time it's paramount they take care of the ball. From the gun, the running back has it. That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. And the Raging Cajuns trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Here's the pressure.
And I bet the frustration meter for this offense is so high. If you can't keep your quarterback upright, it's hard to move the ball. It's hard to score points. This offensive line has not protected him at all, and that's why so many sacks keep happening.
The give to the tailback. I'm not sure he made it out of the end zone, and it is a safety. And they'll set up with a free kick from their own 20.
Well, the defense could smell blood in the water in that situation, and a great job pursuing, getting to the football, showing you all of that athletic. They have, and they come away with the safety.
LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense.
We can do this, offense.
Looking to throw, it's Carr. He'll off one deep down the left side. And the DB right with him to knock it away.
I'm a a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on first down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
Couldn't find a lane, a pickup of 1 to the 31.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
Got it across the 35 to the 36, but the defense knew that line to defend, and they forced a fourth down. No signs of any kind of kicker as they'll leave the offense out there to try to move those chains. To the 43-yard line and a first down for this offense. The Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking downfield on first down. Moves away as he feels pressure. Out of the backfield.
This defense continuing to struggle with the passing game. Listen, these offenses are so sophisticated nowadays. They're hard to stop, man, and it's a new one every single week. And I say this game, this defense underperformed. They're better than what they've been.
And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36. LSU quick to the line. Might be changing the route. On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. It's picked off. The Heisman contender turns it over. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. Here comes the Louisiana offense onto the field. At this point, it really hasn't been your best day. Just try to find something to build on here. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
Man, is that just indictment of the day. Your quarterback getting drilled late in the football game. This offense has sputtered. They haven't found any kind of good rhythm. They haven't done things that really gives your coach confidence and makes you want to believe in them. This offense has a lot of work to do before their next football game.
Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's a shot toward the end zone. And that is interception number 3 on the day.
That's kind of what this offense has done all day. They have struggled. They haven't gotten a rhythm. They haven't found a way to get points on the scoreboard. And late in this game, when your defense and your team really needed it the most, Palmer, they throw the INT.
And it's a microcosm, too, of just how dominant the defense has been. They've always been a step ahead. They've been the more physical side, and they've been making plays on the back end. That interception should seal this thing.
Guys, this one's going to go down as a nice win against a ranked opponent. We didn't get the upset that many had thought we might.
No, they proved to the entire country watching this game that they are indeed the superior team. Offensively, defensively, running, throwing, whatever it is they wanted to get accomplished today in all 3 phases, David, they were better.
Yeah, and listen, at this point, I don't really care about the beauty contest. Like, your goal is to survive and advance. You played a really, really good opponent. You took care of business and continue to stay.
Oh, he's got some space. And he's able to shed 1 tackle and pick up pretty good yardage. I know both of these teams were ranked, guys, but it really seemed as if they weren't on the same level in this game.
I think that was a pretty good statement game for these guys.